Let's turn our attention, though, to, well, it was a labour of love to create a garden for teenagers to find peace in and to help protect their mental health. The team from the Green Hub Project for Teens created the therapy garden in Milford last year, thanks to over 40 volunteers. And now the community project is going to set up a crowdfunder campaign so it can expand its services and continue to help local teenagers. Vanessa Lanham-Day is the co-chair of the Green Hub Project for Teens. Morning to you.
Good morning, James. Lovely to chat with you again.
Well, it's really good. This has gone so well.
It's gone amazingly well. I mean, it's hard to believe we've been seeing teens now for less than 2 years. It's just amazing that, we feel like we're a fully established, fully working, we're up there with the best of the local charities. I'm delighted.
Right, brilliant. So talk me through the positive changes you've seen in the young people.
It's a really interesting process that happens. They come to us with a whole variety of needs, things like bullying and social anxiety. I mean, the whole COVID thing really did for teenagers. So many of them missed out. So they come to us, often really stressed. Some of them struggle to kind of get out the car and leave mum or dad to come through. But what they discover when they get there is it's such a peaceful place. It's a walled garden, so it doesn't back any road. So it's really a quiet, lovely place. And they're not overlooked, so they feel very safe there. And while they're there, they get this wonderful place of calm where they can just kind of be alone with their thoughts and just get really absorbed in things with planting and seeing things grow. And they, if they chat to one another about their stuff, that's fine, but they don't have to. But what we see is they come away, they've got a new enthusiasm for seeing things grow, that they've had time just to let their brains calm down from a busy week. And it has really powerful effects. And we've just seen, young people really flourish and they go away with, new energy. They start making social relationships again, which has perhaps been a struggle. They've stopped gaming all the time. That's another one that comes up a lot at the moment. And they start to kind of, change their lives and, make really positive steps forward. And that's all it's about at the end of the day.
All right, and I understand there's been a fair bit of interest since the release of I Am Ruth, which is the Kate Winslet drama. And that drama, for anyone who hasn't seen it, do you want to just sort of précis it?
Yeah, it's a really powerful drama. The whole I Am series is an improvised approach. So whilst the actors know where it's going, there's no script to it. And the I Am Ruth was about a mum and her teenage daughter who was going through a mental health crisis. And you just see, it's the pain that they both go through together. And as this young woman just, really, she has phone addiction issues, and mum trying to do everything and often getting it wrong, so stressed and the problems she has, and just amazing program. And they then interfaced with teachers, a local doctor. It was filmed here in Godalming. That was kind of what the main interest was initially. And when I was watching it, I thought, oh my goodness, this is exactly what our parents are going through. So it meant I did some social media the next day and I said, if you've not seen this program, we really need to. And it was astonishing that the impact that had on social media and the feedback we got, loads of referrals and people saying, we've been through this. And it made us realise just, what a crisis there is going on out there with teenage mental health. And that's kind of spearheaded why we wanted to crack on and do some fundraising this year. One, to expand the programme so we can get more teens in during the week, because there's a whole stack of them that can't get to school right now because of the problems that they're facing. So we want to get them in, the ones that are absent from school. But in particular, we want to start a parent support group, because a lot of the parents we speak to will never get the teens in the garden. They're so stressed, they just won't countenance the idea of coming and meeting new people. But mum and dad have still got the problems. So, just being there to be able to say, you're not alone, what are some strategies you could try, where can you get help? Just giving them somewhere they can come to and share their issues seems really important. So, yes, it's the I Am Ruth thing really kind of galvanised us and made us really take that next big step.
Yeah, and that step, this expansion, what do you want to do? Where do you want to take it?
Difficult to know at the moment, because we're a lovely small charity at the moment, and we've had a lot of interest from other places, and kind of do we start doing the Green Hub at other places? I think I want to see about how this next year or two goes. But certainly in the meantime, we want to exploit all the opportunities that we've got in the garden and really make sure we use that as powerfully as we can, and to get a really strong, go-to network for parents who are struggling with this. So to become, a really strong name locally that people can go to. Because, I mean, if they go to GPs, and often, that's when things get to a crisis, they will turn to a GP. Prior to that, they're probably Googling and looking for help. But when they get to their GP, probably what will happen is they'll get referred to CAMS, which is the mental health service for teenagers. But the problem for CAMS is they are so overwhelmed because of the problems we're facing, is it can often be months before they get the support, teenagers get the support that they need. And often it'll only be for those who are really in extreme crisis, because they have to spread their resources where they're needed the most. So what we'd love to be is that place that young people can come to during that time whilst they're waiting for a more professional intervention. So I think raising our awareness so that people know that we're there is the most important thing. And I guess that's where we're at the moment, that people go, oh, I hadn't heard of you. And so really battling with that awareness issue is really important to us.
It just sounds like
parents know we're there.
It's such a simple concept, isn't it, really? How much money are you trying to raise on this crowdfunder page?
Well, I've set a target of 3,000. The crowdfunder people ask you for a stretch target, so I put 5,000. But any amount that people donate, whether it's less than that or more, will be well spent. We're a complete volunteer force. Nobody gets paid, so every penny that comes in will be put to good use. And the more that comes in, the more we can do. It really is that simple.
Amazing. Well, look, if people want to find out more about the Green Hub and also the crowdfunder, where can they go, Vanessa?
Well, our website is greenhub.org.uk. If you put a /crowd on the end of that, you'll get direct to our fundraising page. But if you get to the website, there's a donate button, and that'll take you there as well. And that's also where if parents want to go and refer a teenager, again, there's a great big button on the front page saying refer. Great
talking to you, Vanessa. Nice stuff. Vanessa Lanham-Day, and she's the co-chair of the Green Hub project for teens.